candidate bɛn ɛna mo hia caliber of person obetumi Ghana votes ɛde ama mo 2028.
Yeah, very intelligent question. I can say the rank and file of the party, the leadership of the party, right after the 2024 election, they should have conducted this particular research. Now, Yabusa Ghana forces, in spite of certain difficulties, you face here as government, but nevertheless, a Kwadwo so you no man be na Ghana for bit make now so at the Atwabama, and now Ghana for crab to a bed here, can Kuguno and Koye that magnitude. Yes, of fire. Yes, it me go back to the Ghanaian people and ask them, say, candidate Ben and move feel say, young Fanembra, na say, Beya, a bufu show, any apathy, any other factors, and to move now so to a better in such a manner in 2024, no, and then repeat it in 2028. Question, very intelligent question. We should have used that one as a research benchmark to solicit the views of the Ghanaian people. But media of all the baby now, I can say, honestly speaking, Oshe the election about Kwasima, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and yet the first sitting Vice President. Or yeah, now again say Obeso sitting a boss after the end of his boss tenure. Professor Mills was the first sitting vice president will make such a move in 2000 elections. But for when you chairman, when you chairman, we say 2000 elections. At that time, Crown on that apathy is very huge against the NDC government. Looking at number of years, Rollins Act now so from PNDC era. Plus 8 years of democratic governance, almost 19 years plus.
Now, Sabra, wouldn't mantra be on you, Sutiano?
But your Debbie.
I feel ready, I couldn't basic from.
But of our share performance, Mills, it deliver in 2000 elections, in spite of the Great Alliance, in spite of Kwesi Pratt, Mo, and all the other forces joining MPP against the NDC, election, MPP and Timmy winning one touch from opposition, a runoff. But Mills about partisan politics from 1996 to 2000 was less than 4 years, or you can say 4 years. And so, in spite of the Swedro declaration, Gusitano Mokoti or National Reform Party, several divisions within the NDC. It was very huge compared to what we experienced in 2024. And the crown Mills and the election called runoff. Second runners are 18 years day. Then the crown offer say you choose as a candidate, presidential candidate. Who are de facto leader for both the presidential and parliamentary elections. And all the parliamentary candidates across the country, post our normal the candidate now at one chance because we need to make sure that we are winning the two elections at a go. But in spite of Mills, a push election to run off in 2000. We share the parliamentary performance in this one. Why are they when you are 92 out of 200 seats, and MPP 99 out of 200 seats. Uti Freeman MPP winning second round, but parliamentary strength, the BT NDC only 7 seats. And of party no wahon and your presidential results wahon and your representation in parliament. And only me who say or Ghana man you say CPP PSC tama no more 2 or 3 or 5 seats our parliament of our share Munyama and Crown. So presidential and parliamentary elections are equally very, very, very important. Yes, about the second vice president, unfortunately, Ms. We and say Mahama contested the 2012 elections. Emma NDC. Ushe 2000 elections males at the 40,586 NDT Kwadwo. And unya parliamentary difference no MPP nya 107 and NDC 116. But less than 4 years, Mahama Beso flag against Kwadwo. OBT Kwadwo by almost 300,000 votes, with a seat difference 148 against MPP 122. It would be two males pushing the election to run off. Mahama as the next vice president, acting president, making an attempt to continue the legacy of his boss. OBT Kwadwo by 300,000 with 148 seats against Kwadwo 122 seats in parliament. Now the better to hear candidate in 2024 elections of MPP or Jumaya.
Hey,
we need a candidate beyond the new patriotic party as a party. No, Ghana Fonso Edgosa.
Okay.
Especially
Negas are a winnable candidate.
Exactly. A candidate the floating voters or the neutral voters a bit markers MPP as a party, but a candidate would be a demon idea the penasem as an individual. So you need a candidate that can first of all attract all these floating neutral voters to the MPP and also win their confidence from the business community and the intellectuals or the academia, CSOs and the media and all that. It is easy thing Sebi Yedi Agro Mosa and Yamaya break RJ MPP who as a party say baby in or Ghana Manuel Semo because 16 regions, 4 regions, only 6 of those regions. How do you call yourself a national party? Even the regions are who sit no one.
4 regions only representation.
The whole of OT 0.
Hi.
Voters 0. The 2 upper is upper 0.
Wow.
I have 4 regions. I have 4 back up.
Never the batch of Bibo. I have for Kwadwo say Asante.
Of an American.
And a 1 pet.
Yeah, 1 pet. But not 1 pet.
Jesus.
Of a very serious issue. Very, very serious issue. And I offer Greater Accra region. And a regional Sebi, the capital, Sebi, the national capital of the nation. Of I was saying, and Yamiaza.
I 3 pet.
You offer, you see, problem now is facing MPP. We have to look at it holistically as an organization. Not necessarily say, Sebi, individual business say they will be a president and I will be a president. Party na Nkansah at the parliamentary level, we are not well represented in parliament compared to the NDC. So we need a candidate who will galvanize people for us to do very well in parliament and the presidential.
Number when it has to do with the candidate and now said the party as a whole and now representations and various constituencies.
Of a combination of several factors. It could be the candidate, it could be the performance of the government and several other factors. Okay. So we need a candidate, Ghana for a neutral candidate. He wasn't part and parcel of or integral of a Kwadwo's government.
Sir.
Attracted a lot of people, a lot of business community, a lot of party people because of they are creating the apathy, and there's no amount for a buffooed, there's no amount for and one of food. So we need to get a candidate all those who left, everything I can say, with a new leadership, we can have a space within the next government that the new leadership will form. And the new leadership will be a new leadership. Everything inspire hope. Let him offer a very credible alternative to what the NDC are offering. Next leadership, anytime we are going to defend the performance in government against his worst in opposition. It's a very daunting task. So for me, I sincerely believe that there should be a change of leadership.
Now, Obi Akanse, you were Baumia, more than a koi, but said you can say a combination of factors. Nama MPP and Kunim, among them, no one of the strong power apathy. Now there is this new Baumia. Sabreno say Kasibia tied to the aprons of the SY government by virtue of the fact that now or vice president. Now, they say it's a new chapter altogether. It is said the Muyama Kofo or Kobaku Bienu, some Yakufa Bakum Yum Prensa, Adana Munya Maya Baumia, the son says, and Kofa Bagina, this says, say, I told you TV. I could talk a ye, Yato color TV, I could talk black and white. And come you say?
Of our Okana, the government TV.
Medium Kofa, Cassan, some dear Kofa,
and Kofa Benedica. So about the crowd, you have called because the tenants, say who said the contest you make the argument, you know, and yet, because being in our motor before Kufolusu 1992, but Ocean performance and added to a Dubai or Yadiacha. From 0 seat in 1992 of getting about 66 in 1996, a very significant improvement, and also doing very well at the presidential level. That is very, very significant improvement. And the second attempt will be near Kufu 3 times. And I share Kufuado as well. Kwadwo is one of the leaders in terms of Ayamano Semu. Check the data very well from 1982 or performing very well at the time and the party extra 8 years in government. You break 8, but we share results of Kwadwo the Kofi in 2008. It was a loss in dignity. What we see there about is very dignified of our dimension. First round, second round to the extent said time and it decided. And if you look at the electoral performance Kwadwo, seat I was certainly in parliament. He did very well in 2008. And he said and yet all they are not to because even though Kwadwo lose second round where time decided. Onya 107 seats against NDC 116 seats. Even Mahama Crown lose 2016 abysmally with 44.4%. Parliamentary Wayadi Power Onya 106 against 169 of NPP. Difference of 63. But currently Parliament, what is the difference? 95. So for an argument, is we have to look at in a proper context. And yet the performance, and yet as to whether a new person or whatever person, that one is up to him and his people around him, and on betting are demonstrating to the leadership and the rank and file the delegates of MPP for them to get confidence back in him as a new person. Now Ghana for also or no, then them call for a child who is here, and they have to demonstrate to the Ghanaian people that indeed is now a new person ready to do things differently. And on your work, and you may do my SMA.
Now, the baby had been be said. Nanka Mukran Kakra, Nanga mo twan ma eya NDC for you am candidate. No mo hu say okay. This is a candidate awoba. And I ask no yes say revise note ne be a candidate we question. No. And no sabe no. It comes to play.
And that argument will not hold because Oshe NDC constitution now so mo abema eso mo change 1 year to the election. The NDC no pair or more constitution no choose omo flag bearer no in 2027 November or December because they are in government. And I also your party constitution it says your opposition we should elect our leader 2 years into the general elections. So all the your constitution now they govern these two parties no is at power with each other. NDC 1 year to the general election, and so we are there. Omo candidates, Omo Abema. Then so opposition 2 years to the general election as you see a candidate. And the 18 chance NDC could choose in 2027. Now that means they could choose a year in 2028. Tambien Ubenya candidate in the Benya market selling the policies and messages to the Ghanaian people. Esa never quite